just about the wartime. So well, I would say I was virtually brought up by my mother.
Wow.
Who is very strict, who actually will always teach me. I was telling Dr. Mo today, when we came to a market, my experience with my mother, when I say I'm going to trade, when I was in school and everything, and I talk about trade, and my mother taught me something about trade and life. He said the world is like a market. People come to market for different things.
Reason.
Some came to sell. Some came to look around. Some came to buy. Some
Came
to steal.
Yes.
Some to gossip. Some to do all sorts of things. So you just have to concentrate in what you're here for. Don't bother about what other people are doing. And if you're selling any particular item, concentrate on it. Don't mind if the other person makes too much profit or losses in his own, just stay where you are and everything. I told him that in experience that one day they were husband and wife who were fighting. I used to be a top businessman in Balogu here, in front of my shop in Balogu, and they were fighting them. People came and said, "Oh, Peter, how come you're here? You didn't even want to separate this fight and everything." I said, "Listen, I didn't come to Lagos to separate fights. I came to sell goods." These people. But then there was an experience. 2 hours after, people saw them, both of them, in a restaurant, eating.
After fighting.
I don't know what they know. So I called the person who told me, as I said, you can see, I don't even know why they want to distract me from my store. And then if I go to separate them, they'll steal my things. So I try to stay in my lane. And that does inform whatever I do. You know, most of the things you see me do in life comes from my mother's, I would say, upbringing by my mother, what impacted me. When I said I was going to Lagos, I always said, people, my mother told me 5 things. Maybe I won't say all of them here. But I can tell you the first 3 are very critical.
Yeah.
And they have remained with me because he said to me, Peter, never steal anybody's thing. Instead, please come home. I will feed you. Let me know here that anything is missing. And they found it around you. 2, never, anybody who gives you anything to keep, or you're giving private or public thing to keep, please ensure that when they come for it, you give it back to them. Don't envy anybody. That's number 3. No matter what, even if all the people you came to Lagos, they become super rich and you're poor, thank God you're alive.
Yes.
Concentrate on what you're doing.
Yes.
And everything. Remain prayerful in your life and everything. And for me, that's been my guidance, whether it's in public, in private, and everything I've done in my life. And I've passed through places where I can tell people, go and verify my history there and everything. And all that. And that's what I do in my little life. And I spend my time with, in terms of, everybody knows that I'm people can call me anything. I'm not a religious fanatic. I'm not a religious bigot. But I believe that I have faith in God.
Yeah.
Because and I was born into it, and I live it today, and I practice it. It's not just that I believe in God, or so that I live it. I strive hard. I'm still a sinner, but I strive hard every day to do the right thing. My immediate senior sister is the Reverend Sister.
Oh, wow.
My immediate junior brother is the Reverend Father.
Wow.
So I'm sandwiched between the Reverend Sister and the Reverend Father. And we live, happy and everything.
Heaven is starting for you then.
So it's not, no. You have to work for it. There's nothing that is certain. Everything, I believe you must work for it. They didn't say if you're sandwiched, then anything is certain. There's nothing certain. Everything you have to work for it. I believe, unless for referral, I must go to hospital in Nigeria. About a week or so ago, I was in an eye clinic. They had an intensive X-rays they want to do. And they were doing that. And when they finished, they gave me a bill. It was an extensive checkup on the eye, X-rays, this. The bill came to almost about 200 and something thousand. And I said, okay. When I came there, they said to me, oh, we won't charge you. I said, no, you're wrong. Mm-hmm. It's people like me that you need to charge. So you can be able to cure other people. But what was instructive, there was a young girl, secondary school girl. The mother brought her. I think something happened. Either the mother or the father was driving with her, and there was something that happened, and the airbag damaged one of her eyes and all that. And they have finished doing everything on this young girl, and they gave them a bill of about 41,000 naira. You could see the mother feeling a sense of, oh, can we get discount? And I had to look at the sister in charge. I say, put it in my bill. So I go out and ask somebody, said, everything cost me maybe about 250,000 naira. If I had done that same examination in UK, where I normally go, I can tell you, so what I paid now, using even 2,000, it's around 25 pounds. That thing would have cost me, that's including glasses, so it would have cost me at least 1,000 pounds.
Oh, it's far.
Plus going to London and everything. It becomes imperative that all those little monies you save make impact in people's life. Every month in this country, I must visit a school. I must visit a hospital.
Every month.
Every month.
Wow.
Every month. I'm saying minimum one. There's months that I visit 4, 5. Because you go schools of nursing, schools of midwifery, schools of this and everything. Every month. I can't live without being productive. As a student in the University of Nigeria and Soccer, I built Savannah Bank branch in Omo and Ubolafu.
You built Savannah Bank branch.
In Omo and
Ubolafu.
I lived in my house. I owned my own as a student. I bought my first car in first year, first waging. By second year, I bought 505. By my third year, I had a BMW 520. Everybody know me. If you pass in Suka, when I pass through in Suka, you will know me. I own the supermarket inside the campus. I cannot sleep beyond 5 o'clock, even to today. No, even if I sleep by 3, I must get up by 5. And everything I've done in school, if you ask people who was in school with me, they will tell you everything I do, because you must have self-discipline. Even to go to parties in school, people know that a time Peter becomes, there's a time he goes. And they'll say, Peter, then of course I have friends, even girlfriends, who say, oh, why don't we stay an hour more? I say, no. That even Michael Jackson, he doesn't dance all through night, and he leaves off dancing. There's a time he comes, there's a time he goes. So me, who is now listening to his music and not dance all through night, no. And there must be a time for me to come, there's a time for me to go. Everything must have be organized. And that's what happens to me today. People say, oh, how can you go to 5 places in one day? I said, because I've been there. If I come to a place where they're doing something and greet them, I move on. I'm not going to be there, but it's not. So you must live a disciplined life and say, I don't do this. All my local flights is economy. As governor, as the chairman of bank, as everything, I fly economy class.
No, but why do you fly economy?
No, because the difference is important to me.
As a businessman?
No.
2 or 3 people.
Not just businessman. Let me tell you. Somebody asked me one day. That time, economy was about 55,000. Business class was about 150-something thousand. And he said to me, oh, Peter, it's just for your comfort. I said, no problem. We drove to his local community market. And I brought out 50,000 naira. And I called the women who are selling granite and banana there, and I gave him 50,000. He saw the impact. I said, that's what I just saved. In life, unless the poor people are happy, the life is not worth living.